Well, this is Bishop Tavis Grant, the National Field Director for the Rainbow Push Coalition. I want to thank you once again for joining our International Saturday Morning Forum. As you know, the work of Jesse Lewis Jackson continues 55 years strong, and we're keeping hope alive. This week, the Senate gave a great deal of attention to an infrastructure bill that is greatly needed for jobs and revitalizing the economy and rebuilding, as a matter of fact, building back better America. But yet and still, our democracy, the infrastructure of democracy, is being dismantled by 400 pieces of legislation across the country, by 47 states, who hope to make sure that your ballot gets in the box, but it won't get out of the box. So very critical that we fight for the For the People's Act, the John Lewis Voter Advancement Act, raising the minimum wage to $15 to ensure 32 million people in one stroke of the president's pen, lifestyles and livelihoods go to another level of economic sufficiency. And of course, we're fighting for DC statehood. You can make a big difference. Go to rainbowpush.org or hit us on Facebook, Instagram, and or YouTube, and join us today. Call us at our national headquarters, 773-373-3366. Democracy is in peril. We're facing the greatest consequential, existential crisis of our lifetime. And there's no better time. It's always better when we get together, and we win when we fight. Let's fight back. Let's do it together. Thank you.
I want to talk about several things, but today we're focused on women in sports. You've seen what's happened to women in the Olympics. You've seen what has happened to women in NCAA, how there's a disparity in how some schools provide for women's sports versus what they provide for male sports. Well, we're going to change that. We want equity in sports for women and African Americans and other people of color. But we focused on women today, and in just a few moments, right after the break, we're going to have Pastor Joe Bryant introduce the Women in Sports panel. You don't want to miss this. The other thing I want to share with you, as we approach August 28th, anniversary of the March on Washington, we are calling for demonstrations all across America. We're going to be marching for a change in the public policies that impact us. We're talking about DC statehood. We're marching for federally protected right to vote. We are marching for fair housing and equitable and safe living housing conditions for all Americans. That's why when we get to August 28th, we want you to march to your state houses, march to your city and county buildings. Wherever you are, you can be a part of this movement to change the public policies at every level of government. That's what Reverend Jackson's asking you to do. And the second thing he's asking for you to do is to join PUSH, be a part of the movement for change. You don't want to look back 10 years from now and say, I wish I had joined. You have the ability to join right now.